Welcome to Exam Sale. In this video we will walk through the EC Council Certified SOC Analyst syllabus so you know exactly what to study. This guide simplifies the exam structure and highlights the key topics for each domain. The exam covers 10 domains with clear weightings that guide your study priorities. Network perimeter security is 14%. Administrative network security is 12%. Technical network security is 12%. Endpoint security for Windows is 11%. And endpoint security for Linux is 11%. Network attacks and defense is 10%. Administrative application security is 8%. Data security is 8%. Endpoint security for mobile devices is 7%. And endpoint security for IoT devices is 7%. Network perimeter security carries 14% of the exam and focuses on securing the network edge through firewalls, IDS and IPS, and boundary defense mechanisms. You will learn different types of firewalls, rule and policy implementation, deep packet inspection and application level gateway features, IDS and IPS placement, snort basics, and VPN technologies like SSL TLS and ISEC. This domain is rated hard, expects about 18 hours of study, and is assessed with scenario-based questions. Administrative network security is 12% and emphasizes governance, policies, and procedural frameworks for maintaining network integrity. Study how to develop effective security policies and SOPs, manage compliance and user awareness, and perform risk assessments plus incident response and business continuity planning. This medium difficulty domain recommends about 12 hours of study and includes conceptual and scenario-based assessment items. Technical network security is another 12% and covers technical controls for protocols, physical assets, and cryptographic protections. You will learn TCP/IP hardening, securing DNS and DHCP, SNMP and SMTP configurations, network segmentation and VLAN security, plus cryptography topics like symmetric and asymmetric encryption, PKI, digital signatures, and key management. This domain is hard, needs roughly 16 hours of study, and is tested through conceptual and scenario-based questions. Endpoint security for Windows systems accounts for 11% and focuses on hardening and managing Windows workstations and servers. Expect to learn user account control, group policy objects for security, Windows Defender and firewall setup, patch management with WSUS, vulnerability scanning, and event logging and auditing. This medium difficulty area requires about 14 hours of study and combines hands-on tasks with conceptual assessment. Endpoint security for Linux systems is also 11% and concentrates on securing Linux environments and services. Topics include managing users and groups, SSH configuration, kernel hardening, file system permissions, iTables or ntables firewalling, audit implementation, SE Linux or AppArmor, and log management. This medium difficulty domain recommends about 14 hours of hands-on and conceptual study and is assessed with practical and theoretical questions. Network attacks and defense covers 10% and explains the anatomy of attacks and fundamental defense layers. You will study phases of a network attack, reconnaissance techniques, DOS and DDoS behavior, man-in-the-middle methods, evasion tactics, and defense principles like defense in depth, least privilege, and zero trust. This easier domain needs about 10 hours of study and is evaluated through conceptual and scenario-based items. Administrative application security is 8% and targets governance and management of web and cloud application security. Learn the OWASP Top 10, WAF deployment, secure software development lifecycle, API security, and cloud models including the shared responsibility concept and CASB tools. This hard domain suggests around 10 hours of study and uses scenario-based assessments to test application security judgment. Data security makes up 8% and focuses on protecting data at rest, in use, and in transit using technical and procedural controls. You will cover data loss prevention tools, full disk encryption, database masking, data classification, backup and recovery strategies, and retention and sanitization policies. This medium difficulty domain recommends about 10 hours of study and combines conceptual understanding with scenario-based questions. Endpoint security for mobile devices is 7% and covers securing mobile assets inside the enterprise. Study mobile device management architectures, BYOD and COPE models, mobile app management, remote wipe and tracking, iOS and Android security models, mobile threat defense, and wireless encryption for mobile communications. This easier domain needs about 8 hours of study and is assessed with conceptual and scenario-based questions. Endpoint security for IoT devices is 7% and addresses the special security needs of IoT and operational technology. You will learn IoT architecture and common vulnerabilities, securing gateways and device lifecycle, SCADA and ICS fundamentals, air gapping and OT isolation, and protocol concerns such as Modbus and DNP3. This medium difficulty domain expects about 8 hours of study and is tested with conceptual and scenario-based questions. That wraps up the syllabus overview for the EC Council Certified SOC Analyst exam. Use the domain weights to prioritize study time, focus on hands-on practice for the hard technical topics, and review governance and response processes for administrative areas. Good luck with your preparation and study smart.